This is actually funny, Shells. I don't know if you know this, but I was always like, I'm not sure I'm staying in New York forever. And you had to teach one day. So I babysat. I can't remember if it was just Colin or if it was both the boys, but are we allowed to say your kids' names?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But I took them to the corner while you were at Broadway Dance, and I took them to the corner to the playground. And there was like a guy like shooting crack on the corner or something. And I was like, I'm moving to California. I'm in California.
Yeah.
So I went, when we first moved out here, my husband's from Nebraska. He had never lived anywhere else. And I had always wanted to live out here. So when we first got out here, we were staying in an apartment up near LA. We're like, let's go to The Price is Right.
As you do.
We're always down for a good time. So we got all zhuzhed up. I can't even remember what I dressed up as, but they come out and they pre-interview you beforehand. And I'm like, this is going to sound so stupid. I'm like, should I make something up and say I do something else? I'm like, no, this is what I do. So they ask you what you do for a living. And I told them. And then I was the first person called up. And Wayne Brady was like, hey, girl, I do Broadway shows too. And I'm like, I know, hey, girl. Anyway, so we did the first round and I made it through. I can't remember how this went down. Then they went to commercial break. And then when they came back, Wayne Brady was like, oh, we were just watching Whipped into Shape in the makeup chair. I'm like, what? So somehow maybe one of the interns or something put together my name and whatever. So then that became a whole thing. And then I won a kitchen.
Did you win the showcase? Because I can't tell people you won
I didn't get that far, but I won a fridge and a stove and a dishwasher. And I'm here to tell you, I don't own a house. I'm still renting a condo. So that shit is still in my garage. I think I sold the stove at one point. But I was like, I have no storage because I've got a kitchen full of stuff. And The Price is Right in my garage.
Be happy, 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 happy.
Today on the show, we welcome Broadway powerhouse, choreographer, director, educator, and all-around unstoppable Nikki Snelson. Nikki created the iconic role of Brooke Wyndam in Legally Blonde on Broadway and is known from standout performances such as Cassie in the national tour of A Chorus Line, Annie Get Your Gun on Broadway, Sweet Charity on Broadway, and Wonderland, and so many more moments that have cemented her as a true triple threat legend. In this conversation, Nikki takes us inside her world with raw honesty and humor. We talk about changing the whole idea of having it all for women and what that really looks like to build a life in the arts while being a devoted mom, why she moved to LA, and how she navigates traveling for work as a director and choreographer with a child in tow. We get into her dream role, her journey from Brooke Wyndam to Cassie in Chorus Line, and how those career milestones shaped her. She also happens to be one of my best friends, and I can confidently say that the quick wit and overall strength of this person is bar to none. She has lived many lives on stage and off and has some really great stories to share. And I'm just so proud of her. Let's dive in with Nikki.
Don't I look like an accountant right now? Like I look like I'm doing like healthcare invoices.
You look so profesh. Where are you though?
I'm at Pace. I'm at the school and I'm in a room that does not reflect performing arts. As a matter of fact, it reflects more admin, if you will.
They're both in there. It's so good to see your face.
I love you. Thank you for doing this.
My God, I'm so excited.
I it's so funny because it's like, because we've known each other like forever and like you're one of my best friends. And I feel like I know the in and out of everything of you. So it's like, feels so weird to interview you and ask you questions. Like, I already know the answer to this, but what is one piece of advice that you would give moms in early relationships, moms looking to, have more than one kid, moms looking to have a kid for the first time? Like, what's your advice on that if you are a performer?
Well, for me, first of all, there's a lot more infrastructure set up now. There's Broadway babysitters. There's networks of moms taking care of each other. It's not passé to call out of a show if you need to anymore. When I was growing up in the Broadway community, there were none of those things. There was no Broadway babysitters. It was really passé to call out of a show. But now you got to take care of yourself, and people do. I would say I know a lot of young people that decide to either not follow their dreams because they're worried they won't be able to have a family or vice versa. And I really don't. I think in our day and age, it is doable. It is hard, and you do have to pivot, and do have to restructure, and you've got to reframe a lot of stuff. But I would say if you're passionate about having a family and you're passionate about doing your career, it is doable. There's always ways to do it. I think that sometimes we get in our heads and we think that Broadway or national tours or whatever it is the end all be all. Starring in a movie, whatever it is your goal, and that anything else will not do. And really working and getting paid and making a life for yourself, doing what you love should be the goal, not whatever high standard you've decided is the goal. Because I see these people going on national tours and leaving their kids in New York, and no judgment, but I'm like, I don't know how that would rip my heart out to be away for 6 months, not getting to do school drop off, not getting to, so for me, to be honest, if I got a lead national tour, I'd probably take my kid with me, with some homeschooling and stuff. But there are so many different options, and there's so many different ways to do it. And I don't think you should shy away from your career because you want to have a family. And I don't think you should shy away from your family because you want to have a career. I think you can do both.
You said something really early in our recording, which I really loved, which you said, like, I get, like, the goal is to, like, do what I love and make money. And I think, like, you're really onto something there, which is, it kind of ties into this whole question of, can women have it all?
Right.
And, there's a comedian recently, and I can't remember her name, but she has said something along the lines of, the greatest lie we ever told ourselves as women was that having it all meant having a career and family and, and be a mom, that was like the greatest lie you could ever tell yourself, because that it doesn't end there. There's so much more.
Ooh, I love that.
Right. Like, which it's true. It's like, if we really want to have it all, what does really having it all mean? But I think once you have kids, you do have to simplify and say, do we have our health? Do we have a roof over our head? Are we making money? Is our creative bucket filled to a point?
Right.
I think there's got to be some, like, satisfaction in that, and some sort of, like, okay, I can relax in that and know that is all, that is enough, or else you'll never be satisfied. Right.
Well, and it doesn't make it any better when, like, I had to turn down a job recently that I'm like, I just looked at the schedule and thought, there's really just no way, like, I can't be away that long. And that doesn't mean that doesn't hurt for a second, but priority wise, if I think about what my being away for that long is going to do to Cooper in this particular moment, you just got to prioritize, and that's how that goes. But
the sting is still there at times.
Oh, sure. I think, if the job was the right job, I'd pack him up and take him with me. But there's certain things where you just got to weigh it, like any other priorities in your life.
Yeah. For you, all the boxes have to be checked.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is like, but that's again, and I totally acknowledge that is a privilege that I can do that at this point.
And also, like, an elder person mindset where you're like, I've done a lot. Right.
If we've learned anything from this talk, is that I'm an elder person. My hips, my neck, my crack.
I mean, it's an elder conversation. It's an elder pivot ball change.
I love it. No, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah. That it is possible. And that there's, like, support in the Broadway community that feels different than what it used to be.
100%. There used to be really no room for any sort of less than perfection, to be honest. I mean, you had to be there 8 shows a week, every week for your entire contract. And it was really poo-pooed if you called out. There was no mental health days. Now, granted, I think these kids take a little advantage of the mental health days, but it's a little entitlement with the mental health days. Mm-hmm. But, it's okay for you to take care of yourself first and foremost now. And if, you have an injury, it's your duty to look after your body, because your career is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And so there's a lot better infrastructure in place for that now in the Broadway community, especially.
I love that. Your career is a marathon. I love that, because in this business, it's so, like, grab it and take it. If it's there, you got to grab it and take it, or else there's somebody right behind you who's going to grab it for you.
100%. And there's enough for everybody. It's what's gotten really hard for young people in this business too, I think, is social media. So it's really hard to not compare yourself to other people and their journey. And especially if you see somebody that, it looks like their family's so perfect and they've got 2 kids and they're doing a Broadway show and they've got all this money and they're still going to a ball and getting and whatever. And it's really hard to not compare your journey to theirs. But somebody recently was talking and they said, if you're eating ice cream with your best friend and your best friend, you both have sprinkles and you're counting their sprinkles, yours is melting. So you've got to look at your journey and what's important to you and prioritize that, I guess.
Yeah, like don't miss out on your opportunity as you're in it. Yeah, and that's hard. I think that's, I feel that I like can see that at a point where you realize all of a sudden, like, oh my gosh, I only have a certain amount of summers left with my kid. Or I have,
Oh, don't say that.
I know. Well, you guys are an endless summer in LA. So let's just, you guys have maybe like a lot of summer days.
I know. I heard a woman talking about someday you're going to pick up your child for the last time. And I was like,
what the fuck?
Oof.
But you don't know when that last time's going to be. Somebody was just saying that. I heard that. They said, you never know when that last time will be the last time I was thinking this the other day, I always used to read to the boys up until probably Colin was like in 5th grade and he's in 8th grade now. I don't remember what the last time was because I didn't really see that coming, that's what was going to be the last time that I read to them.
One thing that I'm really looking forward to is we'll read, but it's, Pug the Monster and all that stuff. But I'm very much looking forward to like when he's in like 3rd or 4th grade reading him Harry Potter. And I hope he'll go on the journey with me because, I'm so obsessed with it. So,
but he's too young for Harry Potter right now. It would scare him.
He'll like key into the movies every once in a while. Like he'll be overdoing his homework or whatever. And he'll be like, what's happening? Like, because I'll be up watching Harry Potter on marathon, but he's not quite there.
What are you watching now for you? What's your like guilty pleasure?
Don't bring it up. I'm obsessed with The Summer I Turned Pretty. I started late. And I'm telling you, like, I'm on my 2nd rewatch. Everything on my feed is about Conrad Fisher. Oh my God. These 2 boys. Do you know about it at all?
No, I'm like, I don't know anything about it. I just know
there's this girl, Belly, and it's about when she all of a sudden had a glow up and she shows up at their summer house that they go to every year. And the 2 brothers who are like Hotter McHotterstein, it's like Brad Pitt and Chris Evans, essentially. And she's just slut-bagging around, throwing it at both of them. And there's it's essentially Twilight in the Hamptons is what it is.
Wow.
Because there's like a team Edward and a team Jacob. So it's team Conrad and team Jeremiah.
Oh, I love it.
All in on team Conrad. But it's not for kids. And I'll be like watching it and Cooper will come home and be like, what is this? I'm like, turn it off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the kids are watching. I'm pretty sure my kids are watching Euphoria at this point. I don't even know. I mean, it's just like, I don't even.
Train spotting.
Yeah, train spotting. I love watching shows about rich people. Like, that's why I think I love Succession and like why I like Guilty, like TikTok, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, just because
they're fucked up too.
They're so fucked up. But like watching rich people I'm just like, that looks so delicious. Just just look at that.
It does.
Like, shows about that are fascinating to me.
It causes so many more problems. But
no money, no problems. Come on.
No money.
I mean, for sure. No, it's true. But that's the whole with that. What's the other show that's like that with like White Lotus?
Oh my God, White Lotus. That first season specifically,
phenomenal.
That actor playing the guy who ran the hotel.
Oh my God, it's hysterical. But these people have their money. When the one with Connie Britton and Sydney Sweeney and how Sydney Sweeney's like talking about her friend, how she's like triggered by everything and like that generation of just everything is a trigger. Like, mom, she has a sensitivity to light, or like she's a sensitivity to sound, like, and how the mom is worried about her son being a white boy in society and how it's hard for him. Like, they just have so much money, they don't know what to do with, and they're so dysfunctional. It is phenomenal.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Well, I live in Orange County. I'm surrounded by those people all the time. All the time.
It's just
you should see when I rock up to school in the morning with like no bra and like, mascara dripping down my face from the night before, maybe one contact lens in.
Do you take Cooper to school without a bra?
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, because we walk to school sometimes, if I'm going to have to
Even better.
and drag, well, I'll put on a big sweatshirt. If he's going to have his scooter that his little friend is going to try to steal during school, you know the one. Yeah, but if I'm in the car, fuck it. I'm not putting on a bra.
No. Well,
No way.
my nightmare, and this is definitely going to happen to me for sure. I often will take the boy to school, no bra, one slipper. So there's that. Like I'll just have one slipper.
Okay.
I might even be fully in the PJ pant. I am definitely going to get pulled over. I am going to rear end someone. Someone's going to rear end me. I'm going to have to get out of the car. And I can't believe it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming, and I am not going to be prepared.
No, you'll probably have a hole in the butt of your pants.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're lucky if we just get out the door, all of us, right?
Oh my God, I can't with two. One is hard enough. I can't imagine with two.
Well, you live a full life though before school even starts, like before 8:30 a.m., right? Just to get everybody, it's a full day, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, and then there's my husband, who is just like, we were starting this at 10:30, so I told him 10 o'clock, I have to have silence, and he's making a smoothie in the freaking kitchen. Like, you didn't know that he had an extra half hour?
Oh my God. Okay. So one last thing.
Okay. That sounded like it was going to be so serious.
I know it's going to be so serious.
What is it?
What is your role, your dream role of your existence that you're still coming for it?
Sandy in Greece. No, I'm just kidding. No, I want to play, not Natalie. I want to play Diana in Next to Normal. I want to play the mom who's losing it in Next to Normal. That's Nikki. My number one. Oh, and Ursula in The Little Mermaid. So like the exact, so like a lot of horrifyingly depressing work and one song with a lot of drama.
Animated, unanimated.
No, real life. I want to be a drag queen as Ursula. And then although now that I have a kid, the Diana thing would be really intense.
That would be really intense. That would be really hard.
That would be great. I would love it.
But I mean, I will say I saw you as Cassie in A Chorus Line, the national tour, which you were known, and it was, people and critics raved over your ability to relay this pain that Cassie felt and this just inner turmoil. I mean, on top of your incredible dancing, that role for you was life-changing, was it not? I mean, It was. The whole Chorus Line journey was insane. There's a documentary about me being up for Val in the first place called Every Little Step that people can watch. And that's really the part I wanted to play, but then Legally Blonde happened, so I got a little notoriety, so they thought maybe I should be Cassie. And personally, I could really relate to Cassie a lot. There was a lot I could draw from there. Physically, what A Chorus Line does to you is really intense. And the team that often puts A Chorus Line up, the way they handle the Cassie thing is challenging, especially like if you're going on tour. Cassie doesn't get to rehearse with the rest of the cast for her number. She doesn't get to go to lunch with the rest of the cast. So they try to kind of create this hierarchy where Cassie stands a little above the other people. So it's not so familiar. Was it always that way?
I don't know, but it was when I did it. And maybe it's not anymore now that things have
evolved
a little. But it was hard. It was really hard. And the whole time I was like, God, I wish I was Val. I wish I was Val. Yeah, that was certainly a learning journey, and that show is so beautiful and near and dear to my heart. And I've directed it now, which gave me a lot of the closure that playing the part maybe didn't give.
How was that experience directing it? Like,
awesome, so awesome. It's such a beautiful show. Like, in What I Did for Love, when they say the gift was ours to borrow, it's just like the best line in all of musical theater, and especially as a lifelong artist, getting to be at the helm of that, which is about being a lifelong artist, was really, really beautiful. It's fun to pass on the joy of that.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, the dream would be for you to, be able to play Val when you wanted to play Val And we know Val is like the tits and ass girl, right? So it's like so fun and so playful and just so beautiful. And, you know, you carry so much of Val in you. But what is interesting is hearing you talk about what actually brought you to play the role that you were probably really supposed to play, which was
well, that was what was so funny. So they called me not for nothing. If you watch this documentary, I got pretty jacked around for about a year with this Val thing. And then it ended up going to Jessica Lee Golden, who is incredible, awesome goddess. But when they finally called me for the national tour, they're like, do you want to go back in for a chorus line? And I was like, no fucking way. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then they were like, for Cassie. And I'm like, God, come on. You can't, no dancer can ever say no to that, you know? So
that's the dream role for a dancer.
Yeah, for sure.
And because you started as a dancer, right? Like you started your whole journey in musical theater.
Yeah.
As a dancer, you were a pageant girl first.
Well,
right?
The pageant and the dance went together. Yeah.
As it often does. Would you, if you had a daughter, would you put her in pageants?
That's a good question. Probably not when she's a little girl. I started when I was like 10 or 11, but it was all me. I wanted to do it. My mom was like, are you joking? Because I was kind of a tomboy, to be honest. But certainly I just judged the Miss America pageant. And certainly at that level, when they're 18, 19, 20, it paid for my college.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely has something to offer, specifically the Miss America pageant, where it's more of a scholarship program than it is a beauty pageant.
Right. Yeah. So you just judged Miss America?
I did. It was wild. So they brought in all performing arts people to judge the talent. So there were 7 of us, Michael Kilgore, like all these like agents and writers. And it was so fun. It was phenomenal. The girl who won Miss New York was incredible. She's going to be a big Broadway star.
Wow. Amazing.
Yay.
So cool. What a life. What a life.
What a life with you, Mama.
Thank you. I thank you for doing this today. And thank you for like, just, you know, your journey and the way you got to motherhood is just so funny, because I feel like with most of us that had kids later in life, so much prepared you for this. Mm-hmm. Like I often even wonder, and just thinking about like even your postpartum story about like getting back to work 3 weeks after C-section, your training that you did before that with Legally Blonde, with Chorus Line, like all of that deep work that you really got your body super strong to be able to tap into that years later.
That's interesting.
You know, It's just, I feel like it's such preparation, even not just mentally or just like theoretically in story, but like just physically, how this prepared you for that exact moment to be able to deliver a baby and then go and get physical, you know?
It's very true. I had my legs and ankles were so swollen, my feet, you could not imagine after the C-section. And I was like, I have to get on a plane coming up really soon. But it's funny, I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That, like, you know how they always say, this is what we trained for? It's like, this is what we trained for.
Is there anything you want to plug? Like, what's your next project? Anything you want to?
I am doing, so coming up, it's like bing, bang, boom. I am directing Guys and Dolls at Vanguard University in Costa Mesa. And then I am directing the Cher Show, which I'm very excited about, at Moonlight Amphitheater in Vista.
If you believe in love.
If you think I'm not I am so excited. I'm so excited about that. I can't stop listening to it. And then I'm directing Footloose again. And then I can't say the next thing because they haven't announced it yet, but it's at a school out here.
Oh my gosh.
Excited. Yeah.
I mean, these are incredible projects.
Yay, I'm excited.
Creative Mamas Unplugged is produced by Breatheasy Productions with music by Jeremy Jurin. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give my mama 5 stars and keep coming back. Thanks to us kids, there are plenty of stories to tell. And you are not alone.
We are inspired by you. Thank you for joining our Creative Mamas community. Support Creative Mamas Unplugged on Patreon to get your name in the credits, receive extra content, and earn some fun prizes. With this, we can keep creating, uplifting, and growing this incredible community together. We love you so much. Applause.